Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Qualities Podcast, the show where real students talk about real things or real stuff that matter. I am your host, Precious Ainembawazi, and today we are going to dive into a topic that every student can relate to: the pressure of grades versus actual learning. Do grades really matter? Like, is it the main thing? Does it reflect who you really are? So, we're going to break this down with students from Progressive Secondary School Kitintale. As you can see them, they're all smart looking. They're going to introduce themselves to the audience and then we shall proceed.
My name is Namatovrit. I'm in Senior 5 Sciences. I'm the head prefect of Progressive SS Kitintale, and I am very proud to be here.
Okay, yes, sir.
My name is Weyanga John, a Senior 5 student also. I'm the chairperson of UNSA in Progressive SS Tintale. It's an honor to be here.
My name is Areng Teraliana, Senior 5 Science student, the head girl of Progressive SS Tintale, and I'm so excited to go through this venture with all of you. Thank you.
Wow, I'm also so honored to be seated, with the mighty leaders of this mighty institution. So, first question first. Do you think grades truly define who a person is? Or, tell me your ideas. What do you think about this very question?
Well, I believe that grades do not actually show what a person is. Basically, they do not literally show how smart a person is, because generally you find that as students, at a time where you have to sit for examinations, you're on pressure, you have to read, you have to go for extensions. So at the end of the day, when you pass, it is not necessarily that you're smart, but it's because you've actually worked for it. And even if they give you something else besides what you read, trust me, you will not be able to go through with it, because it's just that you read and not because you are actually smart.
Oh, so you've crammed everything and put it in your head, not just because you're smart, but you've worked smart. Yes. Oh, that is really interesting. Let's hear from the head girl of the school what she has to tell us about this very question.
Thank you. Well, to me, I think grades don't really depict a person's IQ, because when you come into real life scenarios, I may look so wise when it comes to grades, but if you give me a real life case scenario, I'm not going to interpret it the same, because it's not that I'm going to go for extensions on how to address such a life situation. So I don't think grades really determine someone's IQ, because we were all born different and we think different. So I don't think we should judge a person by grades.
Yeah, you're right. People out there you judge people because, they've got maybe 72, that is in senior 4, they've got 2 points, they've got 36 in P7. You start defining them or seeing them in that perspective. But as these students said, it's grades don't define how smart a person is. Because they cannot be good at grades, but then they're good at doing something else. Okay? So don't say because their grades are low, your musilu, they're stupid. No, really, that doesn't define who a person is. So let's hear from the Wonsa what he has to say about that very question.
I would not call it advisable to grade students, as in a person who gets better grades is smarter than the other. It's not really the matter, because I can hint at an example. This new curriculum in our Ugandan system.
Wait, you people are the ones of new curriculum, right?
Yeah. Yes. New curriculum. I can give an example. It doesn't mean that because you got your aggregates maybe 4, maybe 5, maybe 6 in P7 and you come to new curriculum. It's a different world. The way we understand is different. We are all born different. They will bring a scenario which relates to real life. You have the knowledge, but you get confused and someone understands it more than you can. And in the end, you're getting less, but you're actually better than them in some aspects of life. It's not the grades that show that you're smart, it's actually other aspects. Learning is not just learning what is in class, but also things around us. That's what makes you smart, not just what you get from the teachers and books. That's my opinion.
Okay, so I've heard because me, I'm not. I've studied and finished school, not on new curriculum. But I've heard that in new curriculum, your questions are more of scenarios.
More.
So, Mr. John,
Yes.
do you think the way you're being graded now is better than how we were graded? Because you're given okay, like your questions don't need more of cramming but more of understanding. Do you
Exactly.
think you're being graded better than we were graded actually?
It can imply that at some point because the new curriculum gives chance to a student who understands more to get better grades than that one who has crammed and memorized for the occasion. So it also implies that.
Yeah, anyway, in all scenarios, in every situation, grades are also needed at some point. So this brings us to another question. Can you tell me the difference between learning and memorize?
What I can say about learning, I want to give an example of a baby. When a baby is born, they don't know how to do anything, right? But you come to notice over time, their mother, their parents nurture them, and they learn. They learn how to walk, they learn how to eat, they learn how to do everything. So the first baby step they make is always guided by the parent. But you come to notice as time goes on, they learn how to make those footsteps. It's now something in them. Now when you come back to grades, as my fellows stated it, you are going to be taught by a teacher, and the teacher is going to move out, go about his day or go about her day. It's now you personally to go back and re-understand, re-grasp everything, because there is cramming and there is also memorizing. Cramming, you're going to just be fidgeting about things, but a person who goes back to memorize is going to sit down, break down whatever the teacher taught to their own understanding, so that when a question on such a topic is posed in front of them, they can recall something that they memorized, compared to a person who just did cram work.
So cram work is different from learning and memorizing. Oh, was that all? Oh, thank you so much. HP, tell us your view.
Well, I believe that when it comes to memorizing, it is something that you already know and something that you have learned before, that you are actually going to be able to take back, reflect on it, and know maybe what they were trying to talk about, or you trying to remember what you were actually told. Whereas when it comes to learning, this is actually something very different. Learning is actually getting something new. Like if it is a skill, you're actually learning something new, you're getting something new that you actually didn't know. And when it comes to maybe these other life aspects, you're actually getting something new, and you're actually being able to come up with strategies of how you can actually be able to fit around with what you are actually getting from other people around in society. So it is very different from memorizing, because when it comes to memorizing, it is something that you already know, whereas learning, this is something that you're actually getting for the first time, and something you're actually trying to get and gain out of maybe society and any other thing.
Oh yeah, give us your view.
So memorizing and learning, these are two different things. I would describe memorizing as grabbing ideas and wrapping them around your mind with sellotape just to keep them there, so that you won't be forgetting them.
So that in case someone wakes up and you can be able to remember
you
them.
can be able to remember what you've put in that mind of yours. Then learning is something else. I can describe learning as trying to ride the bicycle for the first time and falling down. Then getting up again and riding the bicycle and riding a longer distance than what you rode last time.
Oh,
that's what I call learning, because learning can come in different ways. It wouldn't be called learning if someone is not making mistakes. You learn from those mistakes.
Oh, so learning, you have to first make mistakes for you to better them.
Exactly. If there were no mistakes,
that
then it
wouldn't be learning.
That's why when we have our systems of education, like here in our school, people fail, but then after failing, there is improvement.
Okay, after failing, you improve.
Yes.
Okay.
That's my opinion of it.
Wow, thank you so much, Ruth, Tyra, Emma, and John, for those honest conversations. Yeah, I understand. Exams or grades or everything can be such a huge anxiety. But I know with what you've shared with me, and now you have the capability of controlling or of managing that grades anxiety, right? Yeah. So thank you so much for sharing with us, for having this conversation with us, and to you listeners, whether you're a top performer, you're a mediocre, or a weak performer, whatever thing they call you, one thing you should know is that you matter a lot, not only in your society, but international and worldwide. You really matter, because you can be weak in school, but you're better at doing something else. Maybe you're better at public speaking, you're better at painting, you're better at welding, or something else, not particularly from the school grades. So don't undermine yourself, don't underestimate yourself. You can do better than you think. Till next time, I remain Precious Ainembabazi, and today we were at Progressive Secondary School, Kitintale. Bye.